Power strips are one of those boring purchases you ignore until your desk turns into cable spaghetti, your nightstand runs out of outlets, or your expensive setup is plugged into something that feels questionably cheap. So today, we are counting down the 7 best power strips with surge protection that actually make daily life cleaner, safer, and noticeably less annoying. All the links are in the description, so you can check out the current prices. Let's dive in. Number 7. Anchor. A cluttered desk can make even a nice workspace feel strangely stressful. That is where the Anchor quietly earns its place. It gives you 8 alternating current outlets, 2 universal serial bus Type-C ports, and 2 universal serial bus Type-A ports, all in one slim body that does not scream for attention. What surprised me most is how naturally it fits into a modern desk setup. Laptop charger, monitor, lamp, phone, earbuds, tablet, all plugged in without that awkward juggling act where one bulky adapter ruins the entire layout. The flat cable and low-profile plug help too, especially behind desks that sit close to the wall. The 35-watt fast charging from the main universal serial bus Type-C port is genuinely useful. It is not pretending to replace every laptop charger on Earth, but for a MacBook Air, tablets, or daily mobile gear, it keeps things moving quickly. My only tiny complaint is that the slimmer shape can make cable management look cleaner than it really is, so you still need to route cords thoughtfully. But as a polished, space-saving desk upgrade, this is an easy one to like. Tap the link in the description to check it out. Number 6. Mifaso. This one feels like it was designed by someone who has actually tried to plug 6 things into a cramped bedroom corner. The Mifaso is practical in a very grounded way. 6 alternating current outlets, 4 charging ports, and widely spaced placement that does not instantly punish you for owning larger adapters. The 12-foot braided extension cord is the detail that changes everything. I once tried setting up a temporary work corner near a window for better daylight, and ordinary power strips made the whole plan ridiculous. A cord this long removes that weird furniture dictatorship where outlets decide how your room works. It also has a sturdier presence than expected. The braided cable feels less floppy and less likely to twist itself into a knot. The fire-resistant shell, overload protection, and surge protection make it feel more reassuring around computers, televisions, and bedside charging clusters. I also appreciate the angled flat plug and wall mounting option. The only thing that may divide people is the look. It is functional first, stylish second. Still, for a home office, dorm, or multi-purpose room, function wins. Check out the link in the description to see more. Number 5. Belkin. Sometimes bigger really is better, especially when you have a workstation that has slowly evolved into a small electronics ecosystem. The Belkin is for that moment when one monitor became 2, a printer appeared, speakers moved in, and suddenly your cables have formed a government. The rotating outlets are the star here. Large chargers usually fight each other for space like passengers on a crowded train. These pivoting outlets create breathing room, and in everyday use, that matters far more than it sounds. You plug things in once, and everything simply fits better. I used to hate power strips that turned cable management into a punishment. This one reduces that mess substantially. It is still a long strip, so do not expect it to disappear under every desk, and the sheer number of outlets may tempt you to overfill it. But for a dense tech area, it feels reassuringly capable. If you liked it, check it out by clicking the link in the description. Number 4. Klein Tools. The first time you see this mounted on a metal workbench, it makes immediate sense. The Klein Tools is not trying to be elegant. It is trying to be useful in garages, workshops, job boxes, and places where outlets are never quite where you need them. The magnetic mounting is excellent. It grips onto metal surfaces with that satisfying, no-nonsense confidence, and suddenly the power strip is off the floor, away from sawdust, and right where your hands already are. The built-in light-emitting diode work light is another clever touch. I did not expect to care much about it. Then I imagined digging through a dark tool chest looking for a battery pack, and yes, that feature absolutely earns its keep. You get 4 surge, protected alternating current outlets, 2 universal serial bus Type-A ports, and 1 45-watt universal serial bus Type-C power delivery port. The 5-foot cord is flexible without feeling excessive. A longer one might help in bigger garages, but this is clearly designed to stay nearby and stay organized. Rugged, specific, and surprisingly clever. I've left the link in the description. Number 3. Smallert 06. At first glance, this looks a little unusual. A vertical tower for power? It sounds like something that might be more gimmick than useful. Then you place it on a busy desk or beside a shared charging station, and the logic becomes obvious within about 30 seconds. The smaller 06 gives you 12 alternating current outlets and 4 universal serial bus charging ports arranged in a way that spreads the chaos upward instead of outward. That means fewer cords sprawling across the desk like vines. It is especially handy in family rooms, gaming corners, and small studios where different people keep adding just one more charger. I like the stable base more than I expected. It does not wobble dramatically when you plug something in, and the anti-slip bottom helps it feel settled. A power strip should not slide around every time you reach for it. Somehow, that detail rarely gets enough attention. The protection package is solid too, with surge protection, overload protection, and an automatic shutoff system. The only hesitation is visual. A tower sits out in the open more than a traditional strip. But when convenience matters more than hiding everything, this design works. For more opinions, see the link below. Number 2. Super Danny. This thing is almost comically ambitious. 22 grounded outlets, 6 charging ports, 4 rows of plug space. It feels less like a power strip and more like a command center for people whose setup keeps expanding despite their best intentions. For gaming rooms and media setups, it is easy to picture the appeal. Television, console, desktop computer, speakers, lamp, router, chargers, maybe a streaming device or two. Instead of daisy-chaining lesser strips or crouching behind furniture every weekend, you put everything into one organized hub and finally stop thinking about it. The wide spacing is important. I once had a desk where half the outlets became useless because chunky adapters blocked their neighbors. Super Danny tackles that exact annoyance. The flat plug and mounting holes help it sit neatly behind cabinets or under surfaces too, which prevents the whole thing from turning into a visual mess. The surge rating, fire-resistant casing, overload protection, and extended replacement support add confidence. Did you like it? In the description, you can find the link for more details. Number 1. Makes sense. What lands this at number 1 is balance. The MaxSense is not the most extreme option here. Not the flashiest, not the one with a workshop light or 22 outlets. It is the one that feels easiest to recommend for a real household without adding a caveat every few seconds. You get 12 alternating current outlets, 4 universal serial bus Type A ports, 1 universal serial bus Type C port, and a layout that clearly respects the fact that large adapters exist. 2 wider spaced outlets make a difference in the real world. Suddenly, that bulky laptop brick or speaker plug is not ruining the entire strip. The protection side is also convincing. 3,600 joules of surge protection, overload shutoff, a circuit breaker, and a robust 6-foot cord give it the right personality for home offices, televisions, stereo gear, and computer setups. It feels sturdy in a reassuring everyday way. I especially like the flat-angled plug and wall mounting option. Behind a nightstand, beside a desk, near an entertainment unit, it settles into the room instead of fighting it. If you're interested in this model, the link is just below. Well, that concludes our review of the 7 best power strips with surge protection you can get right now. If you are interested in any of them, all the links are in the description. You can check the current prices or get a deal. And hey, there's also a free trial of Amazon Prime. 30 days, no shipping costs, faster delivery. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more top picks like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.